to been working with Mike for the last couple of years. And I think that right now, we are in a great position for what his talents are going to bring us. And so we've worked very closely over the last couple of years. We've shared our dreams and visions, and Mike has big dreams and Mike has big plans. And I'm really excited about it. And so without further pedantry, I'd like to bring up Mike Drumke. I don't know who invented this, but we're going to cut off his elect, and now he is your chair.
Thank you, Gene. If the law thing doesn't work out in the future, you have a hell of a career as a moiler. I appreciate you only cutting my ribbon. Gene and I have worked very closely over the past year, and by mutual understanding at noon tomorrow, our respective IT departments will be destroying all the emails that we've sent back and forth to each other over the past year. Dick was right in everything he said about Gene, but let me just say a few more things briefly. Gene has spent more time taking care of some of the neglected parts of this section. Not because the other chairs didn't care, but because we've had a lot of work to do. But Gene has really tended to a lot of things that other chairs haven't gotten around to getting to. And he's done it because he loves this section. And he has poured his heart and soul into this past year, and it shows. You know, our publications are terrific. Our CLE are terrific. Our programs are wonderful. Our membership numbers are fantastic and getting better all the time. We have an amazing leadership structure. And, you know, when you become chair, they tell you that appointments are something that you have to work on and everything else. You know, and the fact of the matter is that Gene put a lot of people in place to do a lot of good work that I didn't even have to think about when it came to do my appointments, and I appreciate that very much. So, I've said this to council already more than once, but I really think we owe Gene a debt of gratitude, and it is my privilege to follow him. And he was half right about the election with Randy. It's not that I didn't get to follow Ginger so much, but it was that I got to follow Gene and take over a section that is stronger and better because he led it for the past year. So thank you very much. Boston, you know, for the people that I haven't said this to already, Boston's a special place for me. I did my undergraduate school here at Tufts, and I met my wife here. Jody got off the train at MIT with a big wad of pencils in her hand, headed to the LSATs. And I was much more interested in women at the time than I was in going to law school. So I just followed her into the test and hounded her until she would go out to dinner with me. She's had a great career of her own. She's an attorney at Walgreens, and she is unfortunately not here tonight because she's retrieving our daughter from sleepaway camp in northern Wisconsin. But you will get a chance to know her and meet her over the course of the year. And since I know that this is being videotaped, I would like to say, Jody, thank you for your love, patience, and understanding. Max, Kayla, thank you for your love, patience, and understanding. And Jody, thank you for your love, patience, and understanding. I stand on the shoulders of all the chairs that have gone before me, and Gene, Dick, Randy, Ginger, Tim, Mitch, and Bob, who are here tonight. Thank you very much for everything you did to build this section up. I had a really lovely conversation with Mark Karp last night, and he told me that the section looks nothing like what it did when he was chair, that it has gotten stronger and better, and has grown and has become this remarkable thing, and we have done things that he could only have dreamed of when he was chair of the section. And I took that as a very warm compliment to the section, but also as a very special responsibility to do better. I also want to thank a couple people in the room. I have some mentors here. Jill Berkeley, my former partner. My friend for more than 10 years, Janet Hummins. And my very dear friend, who's been a mentor to me both in tips and out, Tim Bausch. The year to come, we're going to work on a couple of things. You'll hear more about them. Tonight's not the night, but we are going to address the funding crisis in our courts as best we can. It's where we all ply our trade, more or less. The courts are in crisis. We can't get to trial in places like California and elsewhere. The judges can't do it. We need to stand up and speak for them. So we're going to work on that this year. We're going to work on getting everybody to our section conference in Philadelphia, April 29th, the Ritz-Carlton. It won't be horrible. The Judicial Division is going to join us. It's going to be a tremendous program. The Magna Carta exhibit. Liz Medaglia is here. Where's Liz? I've had the pleasure this year working with Liz to get the traveling exhibit pulled together. TIPS is a sponsor. And Liz is going to help us bring it to Philadelphia. We're all going to get a chance to enjoy it. But I want everybody in this room to know that it is no longer a leadership meeting. It is a section conference. Everybody should show up, bring your friends, bring your associates, bring the other people in your committees. And finally, membership. I'm going to ask of everybody here the same thing that Gene did. We need to bring more people into this section. We need to recruit. People ask me why I do this. And I tell them very simply that every time I get back home from one of these meetings, I feel like I've become a better lawyer. I've learned from the people around me. Like my law firm, I prefer to surround myself with people who are smarter than I am. And I have had resources and friends all over the country. You know, it's not, there's certain things that you don't feel comfortable discussing with your partners. But you can call your friends and tips and talk to them about certain things and bounce things off of them. And when you see people 3, 4, 5 times a year, if you're not making friends, you're not doing it right. And I got a lot of friends in this room, and I'm very, very thankful for that. And it is a section where opportunity is plentiful. I talked to the Young Lawyers Division. I had an opportunity to talk to the Young Lawyers Assembly this morning. And I told them to come to TIPS. There are more opportunities to speak and to write in this section than there are anywhere else in the ABA. I got involved because I walked by somebody's office one day and he said, "Can you go to the Hotel Del Coronado for me?" Yeah, I could do that. You know, and I showed up, and my partner Jennifer Kilpatrick is here with me tonight, and I appreciate it very much. Jennifer and I know a woman, Lynn Luker. Lynn was the chair of the Toxic Tort Committee at the time. And my partner said, "Go talk to Lynn, she'll take care of you." And I showed up, and she said, "Did you bring your business cards?" I said, "No." She said, "Well, you're not going to make that mistake again." And pretty soon we were running the program, and pretty soon I was chair after Tim of the committee. And then I started getting appointments within the section. And as Gene would say, you get as much responsibility as you can stand until you can't stand it anymore. And it has been a wonderful place, and I think we're going to do wonderful things next year, and I'm excited about it. It's a great group of people in this room. We have a great membership, and we'll see you all on that one. Thank you very much.